Today I will be discussing about the IV rank and IV percentile and the option adjustment. When you form a option strategy, how you can form a adjustment. So basic objective of the adjustment is that my liability should not increase, my loss should not increase. So that will be the objective of the option adjustment. All these events are over. I will be sending you the option strategies. So option strategies in your WhatsApp group. Follow those strategies. If you don't have the necessary capital also, please do the paper trade in those strategies. Try to understand the internals of those strategies and then you decide to implement those strategies in your real actions. So by that process, you can able to apply those concepts in your trading. Even though if you are not able to take that trade, at least do a paper trade, mention that yes, this price it is being bought, this day it is being bought, this price it is being sold, this day it is being sold. So just maintain a record, though I will be giving you one record, but you also maintain one record. So apart from these softwares, apart from these courses and all, we also have started the mutual fund distributions. So mutual fund distributions I was having earlier. So under my guidance, we have just started in a slightly bigger way. So here, based on specific online itself, in our website itself, you can able to invest in any kind of mutual funds. That part is we have started. So the speciality of here is it is not a simple mutual fund you buy or you just deploy some capital there. You will be knowing that there is be 3,500 schemes are running in India. So 3,500 schemes are running in the India. So out of these 3,500 to 4,000 schemes, only 35 to 40 schemes perform. Others never perform. So our mode of those things is entirely different. Like you can say, as I said to you, out of 3,500 fund houses or schemes, only 35 schemes or 40 schemes perform. So based on what they perform, so they also have a specific portfolio. They worked on that, their size, their fund manager. So all things matters there. So here, based on specific objectives and other things, we design the portfolio. There are specific way to deploy the capital in the mutual fund. Suppose if you want that your dividend earnings only you want dividend earnings. So monthly dividend something should come. So there is a plan we can deploy wherein you can just get on 10 to 12% of dividend per year, per annum dividend also you can able to make it. So that kind of plans we are doing for that. So which doesn't involve any cost. So whatever the brokerages we earn from the fund houses, that is will be our things. However, we are little choosy about the capital. So if you have a very small capital and other things, those plans is difficult to implement. However, those things we can just guide you for some SIPs type of things. So if any one of you wants to involve or wants to deploy the capital in the mutual fund without any extra the cost involved in that, because you can able to track your portfolio, nothing, you can just, we will just help you to open up the accounts and other things, we will just monitor your account. So that is what our job will be, but all controls will be with you. So you can able to monitor your investments, where it is standing. So all your dividend directly it will come to your account from the fund houses. So only thing is that we will be monitoring it. Only we will be informing you that yes, this is the time that you should switch out from this fund, or you should come out of this fund, or you should deploy the fund in this order. So this kind of our job will be only restricted to advise you on that. So and it will be an active management. So there are in the mutual funds there are two types of entities present. One is a passive management, another is a active management. Passive management, what they do? So they'll just tell you that you invest here for 5 years, you forget it, or 10 years you forget it, or after 10 years only you will get this thing. They will show you the historic events. So this fund from the past 15 years, it has given this returns and all. So you should also get the similar kind of return. That is passive. So they will present the passive report in front of you, which most of the banking entities does. So they will say that, okay, this fund CGIR is this. Every year it has given this much of return in the past 15 years, and remaining coming 15 years also it will give. So that part 15 years, coming 15 years, whether that same situation will persist or not, they won't tell. So when it comes to the active fund management, what we do here, you must have specific holdings on a equity. And for example, you are into a equity fund, and once the equity fund, we are sensing that yes, this equity fund is now not in a position to move forward because of its portfolio. It has a specific stocks in the portfolio, it won't move. So in the same time, if there is a correction happens, the NAVs may fall by 10-15%. So we switch out that fund to some liquid funds or some fixed funds. So with your consent, and once that situation of 10 to 15% of gain existed, then again we switch back to that equities. So by this process, it will not be a frequent churning, rather it will have a very few churnings, but those churnings are very, very important, very, very important. So that will be very, very important for this thing. And so we take that kind of active fund management, because active fund management requires little bit of software support, little bit of other support to study those funds. So that is also a part of our portfolio now. If anyone is interested, you can contact me directly. So you can contact me at 99411 So this number you can contact me, and you just tell me whatever. If you have any existing portfolio which is not performing, that I can realign. If you have any passive funds you have invested in and it is just lying there, no active management is happening there, that too also I can help you with that. And it doesn't have any cost from your side. So we get specific brokerages from the fund houses, and that too also you can get it. But that is depend upon the fund size, because if it is a very tiny portfolio, that time it may not be possible for me to concentrate more on that. So if you have a sizable value, then I will help you in that also. This particular session is being designed with an objective to make you understand what is delta, what is theta, what is vega. So this is the theta, vega, and deltas internals, what they does with respect to the option premium, and how you can use to apply that things. So we have concluded all the discussions. We have seen how they are impacting the option premium. So I'll just summarize it. When there is an event in due, when you are expecting some event is going to give a price fluctuation of plus or minus 5%. So plus or minus 5% of price oscillations, if you are expecting to happen due to some event in that counter, so that time I am just advising you to have a delta neutral strategy. Delta neutral means the strategy should have a minimum 3% delta and maximum 30% delta. So this 33 to 30% delta range you must have. So that is delta neutral. So likewise, one strategy is being given to you in your forum TCS. Then we have come to the theta. So theta, I have told you, these are the, if you want to gain from the time value decay, you need to form these strategies. And to form a strategy in the theta, you must have a very short duration strategies, 2 to 3 days period of strategies only you can initiate. because if you form a theta neutral strategy and hold for bigger time period, the trend change can impact on your, or the trend change or trend confirmations can eat away your theta gains. So for that, I have advised you theta neutral strategy. The best possible scenario will be Friday you should initiate, Saturday and Sunday, these 2 days non-trading day will be there. So no actions from the trend movement you will get. And Monday try to close it off and come out. Small profit but definite profit will be your objective. So you need to understand how much theta is going to give me, then only you can take a call. Then we concluded the session with the Vega neutral. So that too also we have confined a specific view. So post event the IV is going to fall. Post event RBI review, post result, the IVs of that option are going to fall. So here we should have a negative Vega strategies. So net Vega should be negative. So if IV falls, there is a decremented value in the IV, then we will be landing in the profit. So that is the negative Vega strategies should be initiated before the event. Once event is over, you need to come out of that. Whatever may be the combinations, that is non-material, because combinations are unlimited, combinations are billions. So just we have to sit in the objective. So here Vega should be negative for when you expect the IVs to fall. So when any event is there, post event IVs are going to fall. So you need to form a net negative Vega strategy. So if there is no event and you are into the down, you are in the lower volatility territory. Lower volatility means in index, whenever the volatility annual terms it is less than 10%, or in stock options if it is less than 20%. So this is known as the low volatility territory. So in this low volatility territory, having a positive Vega strategy rewards you. This too also not for a period of more than 10 days. More than 10 days. This is short period of 3 days. Delta neutral strategy, sometimes you can keep it for 10 plus days. Because if the strategy has already entered to the profit, waiting for some more time, can add on to more profits. So that is the things you have learned. So I have requested all of you to go through those recordings time and again, 3 to 5 times, and as many times as you want, so that you can able to understand this role of delta Vega theta in a better way. Now I'll be moving to the next part, IV rank and IV percentile. This is the advanced strategy techniques of the options. In fact, in Indian market, to implement this IV rank and IV percentile, we do not have specific tools. We do not have a specific tools, though we are under the development of such kind of a tool. We are into the testing phase of specific tool. But as far as the original formulae of IV rank or IV percentile is concerned, to implement this concept into your trade, or if you put it into your trade idea, it is slightly difficult. Why it is difficult? It will be reflecting from your formulas of this IV rank and IV percentile. Simple formula, but it has a great lot implications. Now coming to this application of this, where I can apply that. So all in all, these two formulas will give you an outcome or the situation or the result to tell you the current implied volatility in an option is relatively higher or lower. So this is what you are going to get out of this formula. If this IV rank is 90%, then trader implement the strategy to profit from decrease in implied volatility. Then you tell me what kind of strategy should be there in Vega terms. If IV rank is 90%, it says that trader implement a strategy that profit from a decrease in the implied volatility. So earlier yesterday what I have told you, if there is a event, you know that tomorrow that event is there, post event the IV is going to fall. But there is no such events. Think of the situation. There is no event. So how I will know that tomorrow IV is going to fall or not? How I will know that whether tomorrow the IV is going to rise or not? So how I will know that factor? Because there is no event in view. So event means it may simplifies my job. If there is no event, how I will know that whether implied volatilities of options are going to fall tomorrow or not? So to know that, you need to know this IV rank. So for this IV ranks to gain is telling that if IV rank is 90%, you implement the strategy that profit from decrease in implied volatility. You must tell me. So which kind of strategy should be there? Whether you need a negative Vega strategy or a positive Vega strategy. So combinations will be different. You buy options, sell options, any combination you form. You name it saddle spangle or you do not name it, that is different. But net Vega of that strategy should be negative or positive. Almost. And Vijayji telling negative Vega. So here Mehulji, Gopal Senji, Rajeshji, most of the people are saying that. So Bipinji, all are telling that negative Vega strategy we should implement. So if your IV rank is 90%, then you must implement the negative Vega strategies. Same way, IV rank is 0, then the trader might look for the implementing the strategy that will profit from increase in implied volatility. So here positive Vega strategies you can implement. So this is the use of this particular IV rank and IV rank. And IV rank and IV percentile can be used to gauge the level of implied volatility relative to its historic level of implied volatility. How the implied volatility is related or proportionate way linked to the current level of IV. So this is what the use of this thing. So you understood it has a fantastic use. It has a fantastic use. It simplifies your studies to a great extent. So out of this, definitely question comes that whichever is best, IV rank is best or IV percentile is best. So IV percentile serves as a better mean revision. So IV percentile is slightly better than the IV rank. However, IV rank is so that IV rank also gives you a great benefit when it comes to a proper implementation. So both are having the same accuracy level. I do not find any different accuracy level, but only one big problem we have here to calculate this. What it says, the formula of this thing. Closely look into this formulas. What it says, IV rank 100 multiplied with the current IV level minus 52-week low IV divided by the 52-week IV high minus 52-week IV low. So my option is having only life of 3 months. So from where I will get this yearly data? 52 weeks means it is for 1 year. So from where I will get this yearly data to find out a 52-week IV life? Okay, IVs I can calculate through some formulas, it is okay. From where I will find out this 52-week IV, where the life of my option itself is 3 months. So that itself is a practically impossible things to do here. So now this, once it comes to, then second part comes to the IV percentile. So this says number of days below the current IV divided by 252. Here too also this says that same 252 trading days. But my option itself doesn't have a life of 252 days. 252 days life I do not have. Though long-term options are being introduced in the indexes, but their illiquidity is there. So I can't able to find it out. So there are specific processes to make it down. So this say about the 52-week low, this say about the 52-week high. So this 52-week high and low we do not have at all. So there we need to confine the options lifespan. How much lifespan is there? So we are just working on different probability estimation, and in future you may get this tool in our future updates. You may get this particular tool in our option strategy tool. However, currently what we have concluded, so just one rough idea I am giving. So here what I did, just see, I am taking from the month of May. So I'm just taking the past 3 months now, because I have a data of only past 3 months, because 3 months is the life of my contract. So I cannot go by beyond 3 months. So I have just taken the Nifty future of July expiry from the past 3 months. From the past 3 months. So how many contracts? The first trading happened on 26th April. 2 contracts is being traded. So number of contracts, 150 contracts have been traded. So this is the value is got traded. So I'm just taking the data of all July contract past 3 months when the trading started. So past 3 months, only 48 trading days it is coming. 48 days of data I have now. 49 columns, first column you ignore, 48 days are there. So I'm just taking the closing or settlement price. I will not be taking the last traded price here, because option that I have to do. So now you just say that every options, that is, you have seen the formula. Formula says that number of current IV minus 52-week IV, this thing. So number of strikes are there. Nifty means it has hundreds of strikes. Whether I can do for all strikes and do the things. So for all strikes, if I go on calculating its 52-week low, 52-week high, that too also, okay, timing wise, if I can able to reduce it for 3 months, I can do something I can come out of that. So okay, that is convincing. But while coming for the strikes, I have calls, I have puts, that too also number of strikes. For every strike, if I can go on simulating in this order, which strike I should accept? Next question comes, so which strike I should accept? Very carefully listen to this part. This is very, very important, because while coming to this IV rank and IV percentile, nobody tell you the truth of that, how to use it. This formulas you can get it in web, you can read through that. Many literatures will be there, but when to apply that things, no one will tell you that. So that's why it is very important to understand this concept. So here you have seen that I have taken the past 3 months data till 26th April. So after taking this data, I need to see what is the median. So this is the last closing prices of Nifty, or settlement price also, closing and settlement both are same. So I'll be taking the median. So there is a formula called median. So here I'll be type in the Excel median. So middle of these things, whatever the price actions happened in past 3 months, what is the middle number? In this the statistical number median. So I just all close values, I will be dragging it. So and I'll close it here. So it gives me a median of 11,868.75. So I'll say that I'll be accepting 11,900 strike only. I will not take any other strikes to calculate the IV rank and IV percentile, because this is the median, this is the middle, this is the axis beyond which your price has moved in the past 3 months. This is the base of the price from which it has risen or fallen or whatever things happen. So base is 11,900, median is 11,900. It is not necessary that it has maximum times trade in the 11,900. Sometimes it may be 11,200, 11,300 also. But here the median is 11,900. Nearest, highest value. Anil Kumarji, whenever we round out some values, we must see that which is nearer. So here 11,850 will be illiquid options, number one. Number two, the nearest I can go to 800 or 900. So 900 is nearest. So rounding values of the 11,900. If it could be 11,840, I would have chosen 11,800. But 50 strikes of the Nifties are always illiquid. You can't get those tradings of the past 3 months investigations, won't give you any values on that. So for that reason only, it has to be taken 11,900. So once 11,900 is being taken, now question is whether I will take for the call or put. That is also another thing is there. So whether we should consider it is a calls will take or puts will take. There are two choices coming here. So I have to take only call. Why not put? Question comes, why not put here? So whenever any options strategies were being designed, that time the calls, so the calls will be having a higher weightage, or calls sense more than the put options. So put options rather accept the fear factors, whereas call options accept the trend. So one is accepting your fear, another is accepting your trend. So we'll go with the trend. So call options only we'll accept. So no need of the put options. There will be call options only you have to accept. So here we have concluded 11,900 will be your strike. Call options will be accepting. These two conclusions happened. Now question comes how we can calculate the IV percentile. So for that we need to go for the analysis of all these values. So here options was not trading. You can say before, if I go for the past 3 months data of 11,900 call options, so here you can just go for this. Suppose if I am going for the NSE site, nseindia.com and nseindia.com. So if I am going for the NSE site, and if I go for the investigation of these options, so here Nifty stock options also in the same way you can apply. So here I am going for the option strategy. So options, and you can take Mehulji if you want the options, put options you can take. There is no, but whatever I learned that only I can convey. There is having specific logic I have to convey. So beyond that I do not have anything. If you want to take, why not put? I will take put. You take put. There is no restrictions from my end. So it is the mathematics. It is not going to cry also. So 11,900. So this is the 25th July expiry, and we are going for the 11,900. So 11,900 call options. So here too, I think I have wrongly put here 11,900 call. Open, high, low, close. So I think this is for the weekly options I have taken, but monthly options you have to take. Weekly options will give you wrong results. So history, 3 months data. We'll take it separately. Now you got these things. Now we'll be downloading this data. So downloading this data. So I'll be call options 3 months, monthly options. So what was your problem for calculating the IVs, IV percentile and IV rank? 52-week data you do not have, because your life of that option is maximum 3 months. And longer date options have introduced in the market, but it has illiquidity actions. Illiquidity is there, you can't do anything in that. So here you have come to a place that, so we have just 3 months data we have downloaded. So let me little refresh it and see that data has come or not. Yes, now you got the data. So here you got all this data. In this particular data, one thing will surprise you here. From the day of 26th April till the day of 26th May or 23rd May, I can say. Look here very carefully. 26th April to 23rd May, no trading has happened. Zero. in this strike, no trading has happened, and closing price just one denomination is being given here, but you have a settlement price. You have a settlement price for all those days. Also, you have a settlement price. So if you just copy the Nifty 3 months data, so which you have taken the median. So here you will be having a closing prices. I'm just copying this Nifty future. Where this is a future data you need to take. Settlement has not happened. Only on settlement day you have to take the spot data. So here you have taken the 3 months monthly data. So here you just put the Nifty values here. So here we do not require the number of contracts, turnover, open interest, nothing we require. We can delete those things. We require the closing and settlement. Any one will solve our process. This also we deleted. So you will be finding out, sorry, Control Z. So here closing I will be taking it out. So settlement will be there. So only settlement prices are there. So based on these values, you have to calculate the IVs. So 26th April, your settlement on 25th July. 25th July contract, 25th July 2019 contract. So how many days are left till expiry? So how many days are left till expiry? That you need to count here. So in the July month you have 25 days. So you have 25 days in July, and month of June you have 30 days, 30 days in the month of June. May you have 31st days, 31 days, and you are going on 26th April, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th April. 5 days are here. So this contract is having a life of 3 to 5, 3, 8, 8 to 9, 91 days till expiry. 91 days till expiry. Nifty is at 11,879.65. Settlement is 355.4. Strike is 11,900. So this is the conclusion. This is the conclusion. You need to calculate the IVs. So you just go to our website, as I told to you, if you want to calculate this thing, but lot more work you have to do. It is not a simple in one step, it won't come out. So you have to go for the current price. So what will be the current price? The settlement price, whatever you have got it here. So here, so monthly 11,879.65. 11,879.65. This is what you have got. Then I can close some of the worksheets. So then you got 355.4, 91 days till expiry. So 355, so 91 days till expiry. 355.4 is the value. So 355.4 is the option premium. Sorry, strike price is 11,900. 355.4 is the value. Call options calculate. You require only IVs. So 91 is the value. So you can just get the IVs here. 15.9726 is the IV. 15.9786. 15.9786 is the IV. By this process, next IV you have to calculate. So next IV, the next value of the Nifty you have to take. What is the value? 11,859.6. So 11,859.6, and number of days you have 91 days was there. Now one day will reduce 90. Strike will be 11,900, 900 and 900, and you have to go for the current option price. What is the settlement? Because option is not trading, only the settlement I have 330 rupees and 20 paisa. So 330 rupees and 20 paisa. call option, calculate. So here too also you will get 15.1870. So 15.1870. So 15.1870. So once all this data is being given here, all this data is being given here, you need to go for these formulas. What is the current IV? Current IV means on 6th July, what is the IV? 52-week low IV. So whatever the IVs you got here, whatever the got here, what is the lowest of that? That you have to put it here. And you need to take the 52-week IV high and low. That will give you the rank. But this is only a experimented process, I will tell you. This 52-week IVs low and highs we do not have. We are just manufacturing that with a 3 months data. With a 3 months data, whatever we are having. So we do not have more than that. We do not have values more than 3 months data. So for that we are handicapped there. We are having limitations there. So there is a proposal that for every option they should give at least its value for 1 year. So there is a proposal that the way they are giving here settlement prices, the same way let them give the prices for entire year. So here the trades are not happening, 0 contracts, but the options are having some virtual values. So these virtual values you require for an entire year, 252 years. So by 252 days or 252 trading days you require, but you have very less number of days here. So here by this process, this is only an experimented process. What we have just concluded with the 3 months data by taking, but whatever we got through this IV ranking by that process, IV percentile for that process, it doesn't give a result more than 50%. So for that, we are now in a process to that, how we can get those values for entire the way they have given for 355 based on what price it is being formulated. If we could able to get that, then we must be in a position to simulate it for 252 days. So this is a part of our experiment now. This is part of our study now. So these values from how they are deriving, so that part also need to be understood. So how these values, it is not trading, however this values, how it is being derived. If that part is, we crack it, then we can able to simulate for entire 252 days, and immediately we will provide that facility in our software, wherein you can just in a click of mouse, you can able to know that what is the IV rank and IV percentile. So till this point with the 3 months data, if you do, it gives say just 50% success. It doesn't give you a clear signal. It doesn't give you a clear signal, but for time being, learn this process till this much. So this is what IV rank, this is what IV percentile, this is how it is being calculated, and once the required data are available, that time you can take the benefit of that. So this is about the IV rank and IV percentile. Till this point only you can able to know, but at this particular stage, difficult to use that concept in Indian market. However, if you are trading with some offshore accounts, you have enough tools. Enough tools are there which can give you IV rank and IV percentile. But if you are trading in Indian market, you do not have the data. If you do not have the data, required data, it is difficult to get those values of that. Any option having a greater than 20% IV, less than 40%, it is neither highly priced or neither priced low. Any option having less than 20% IV, it will be the priced low options. Any option having above 40%, this is having a highly priced options. So that is one rule is there. IV rank 90% above, if it is there, then it is expensive. If it is 90% above means it is expensive. If it is 0, near to 0, then it will be cheaper. If it is above 90% IV rank, then it is expensive. If it is less than, means near to 0, absolutely you will not get 0, near to 0, then it is having a means cheaper. Anything you can use, Rajesh. You can use IV rank or IV percentile. Anything you want, you can use. Both are having the same accuracy level. Any one you can use. If you can able to find out the IV rank, then you can just use it. Talked about subject, and it is a very conflicting subject also. When it talks about the option adjustment, it is a much talked about, much conflicting subjects, and it is a having many contrasting views also. But culminating all or summarizing all, here option adjustments are of two types: pre-adjustment and post-adjustment. Pre-adjustment means adjustment done along with the option strategy. When you form a option strategy, that time itself you do the adjustment. So that is known as the pre-adjustment. Before, with the original option strategy, you form an adjustment. Post-adjustment means when your strategy gone wrong, gone against your view, that time you form a adjustment. So when it comes to the post adjustment, as I told to you, post adjustment, when you have formed, suppose you have formed a strategy with a 30% net delta. Now what happens? Strategy goes against you. So this net delta 30% you found, now this net delta is coming 10%. You can add on some same strategy, same constitution, you can add, bring it to 30%, or increase some buying lot of options, one lot, increase it to 30%. So these are the post adjustment. Second part is not only buying, you can sell and also form a adjustment. Second part is this post adjustment can be done when you have a longer lifespan of the option. Options are having 80 days to expiry, 90 days to expiry. Having a post adjustment is meaningful. But when you try to trade with monthly options or weekly options, that time post adjustments will yield negative result. So trend is not favoring you, or in a shorter time duration, trend is not going to become favorable to you. So if you stick to that adjustment principle and go on adjusting, strategy will become complex and you won't yield any profit. So the very idea is pre-adjustment must be done when you have a shorter span of the life for the option strategy, or option is having a very short span of life. Post adjustment can be done when the option strategy is having a longer time frame or longer life to mature. So that time post adjustment can be done. Now coming to the question, how I will do this. Adjustment is not a fixed subject. Adjustment is not a fixed subject. You can say, some says that yes, whatever the same delta or same vega or same theta level, whatever is there, I will maintain that throughout my holding period. So it says that maintaining the same delta or option Greek level in the strategy during your holding period by adding or subtracting few lots of new options is known as adjustment. Or you can add a new strategy to that adjustment, to the existing strategy to do a adjustment. So these are the different ways of doing the adjustment. I have just given some example of pre-adjustments and certain post-adjustments. Normally, I used to, for shorter lifespan options, you do not do it. So now question comes, Pre-adjustment, how I'll do. I'm just going for one simple example here. So pre-adjustment, how we'll do that part, I'll just show you here. So if I go on for a option strategy tool, say Nifty given a uptrend on Monday, I'm thinking that okay, uptrend breakout it has given, I'll form a 2/1 ratio call spread. Suppose Nifty, I'm going for Nifty, loading the data, loading the data. So here first I am going for say one call option of, you can say 11,900 call option. I am buying two lots and I am selling a call option of 11,800, one lot I am selling. So I have an objective to hold it for 7 days, 7 calendar days. So calculate. So you have calculated it, you have found out that okay, promising profit, if it is coming to 12,200, excellent profit it comes. If it falls down to 11,300 or 400, losses are here like this. So this is what I am getting. So I saw a optimum profit, I saw a optimum loss, and my strategy for 7 days, everything is perfect. So now net investment, how much my investment is there. So I am buying two lots here, I am selling one lot here. So here by this process my investment is there 3,200. This is my investment, this is the money I have given. Now I will be going for the Greek front. Very carefully listen to this. Greek front, net delta 20%, pretty good. I have a theta decay of 4 rupees per day, means 4 rupees, 4 rupees, 8 rupees I will be losing on the call options, and 4 rupees I will be gaining on this net basis I am getting. So 4 rupees I will be gaining from the selling side of this thing. So every day there is a 4 rupees 44 paisa of the theta decay is sitting here, and each 1% change in the volatility, if volatility is fallen by 1%, so Vega also is going to give me 8% loss on the value of the fall. So whatever the value, 80 paisa, 90 paisa, it will come. Each 1% fall in the IV will give me 80 paisa into 75 is the net, whatever the net lots are there. So here two lots you are buying, one lot you are selling, net lot is 75 quantity. So 75 quantity of the options, 4 rupees loss in terms of the theta, and every 1% fall in the IV, I'll be having almost 80 paisa, 82 paisa, 82 paisa loss in terms of the IV. At same time also, if IV increases, I am going to go get 80 paisa. So this is the money it is involved to make into the loss, or this money of theta and Vega is going to impact my profitability. So my profitability is going to be impacted to that extent. So here I have projected, but after 7 days I will not get this value. After 7 days, if it is coming to 12,200 also, I will not get 15,816 as my profit. Why? Because every day of 4 days of value into 75, so 4 rupees into 75 into 7, so that much of money will be lost from this profit. And during this process, on the final day, if there is a 5% fall in the IVs also, or every day basis if there is a fall in IV, that also will be impacted. So my profit estimations will little come down. So I just want that, okay, I do not want to carry that theta and Vega risk to certain extent, that much. I want to reduce it. I want to reduce this theta. I want to reduce this Vega to certain extent. So what I can do, because till this point I have a good profit, till this point also I have a good profit. So if I can think in this order, I'm just going for a call options here. So my profit is optimizing, jumping from 6,500 to 15,000 at 12,200. Very carefully listen to this. My profit, which was just going 1,600 to 4,000 at 12,000 level, same profit is increasing to 6,500 at 12,100 with just a 40 point of movement. Once that is a 140 point move, my profit is becoming a 5-digit profit here. So let us have that 11,200 as my benchmark or barometer. If I just sell this one lot of 11,200, if I sell one lot here and you calculate profits, it is showing that it has fallen down. Definitely it will fall down. Losses also has fallen down. How about the Greeks? Greeks, if you see that, theta has reduced, Vega also reduced, which is 4 rupees 40 paisa. It has come to 3 rupees 28 paisa. Vega also it is being reduced, but in fact, profit also reduced here. So this is known as your pre-adjustment. When you do not want to carry the risk. So here you can say, so 0, calculate. So when you do not want to carry the Vega risk or the theta risk, so that time you can minimize those things. So minimize those things. Okay, profit is compromised, no issue, but my projected profit, I am not going to get that things. So here at least the projected 15,000 is not going to come to my pocket because the theta and Vega are going to impact my profitability. So this is based on today's scenario, though it is facts are being taken, but it is not known that how much fall in the Vega can happen. Only one small fractions is being considered here. However, if it is, you can say 15,000, I am not going to get this 15,000. It is just a projection. Theta and Vega are going to take out a portion of my profit, which I do not, the theta and Vega, which are going to take out a portion of my profit. I do not want that to happen. I want to manage them. I want to control them. I want to tame those theta and Vega values. So by that process, I can think of reducing those values. So I can think in this order. Suppose you can say that if this is the thing happened. Now you can say, if I'm just going for a call option, say 11,000 to 12,290, it is coming 12,300 or 12,300 I'm taking. I'm selling two lots. So you can say that profitability, it is showing that it is a substantial reduce in the profitability. However, in this process also losses have also fallen down. But if you go for the net Greek, you will get a great things. Vega also has been fallen down. Theta also has been further fallen down. Or if you just go for the same 12,200, sell two lots, and if you calculate this terms, so here optimum point you cannot able to take, it is having a loss factors. So you can see the Greeks, it is also has a great fall, but same time profit is greatly compromised. So you may not go to that extent. However, it is good that we must manage those theta or Vega beforehand itself. So you must ask me here, so what is the highest theta and what is the highest Vega I can apply in my strategy? Or very carefully listen to this. These facts you won't get in any book. So when the delta, Venkarji is telling delta of above 70%, 0.7, like delta is coming here 0.1, delta of 0.1, 0.7, it makes the strategy unstable. You may get a huge profit, you may get a zero profit. It will huge loss also be there. Delta of above 0.7 should not go. Same time, theta plus or minus 5, theta should not move above 5 or should not fall below 5. It will make the strategy unstable. So unstable. Any strategy you form, whether it is market neutral, whether it is bullish strategy, bearish strategy, all things. So this makes the strategies unstable. When we say about the instability of a strategy, that strategy means strategy should not be exposed to a higher risk. Sometimes strategies should give you the profit. So this is one of the parameters you need to maintain here. So too much of reducing of the theta doesn't solve any purpose. Too much of theta also doesn't solve any purpose. So this is also the same thing also for the Vega. Vega also you maintain in a level of +5 to -5. That is also a great things you can achieve from these strategies. So here more number of values additions if you do, then it can, if you more Vega you add, more theta you add, more delta you add, it is always dangerous. Same time, if you add lesser delta, lesser Vega, lesser theta, that is also of no use. Strategy will give some profit. It is not that it won't give profit, but it is not based on the employed capital. So you will be employing certain capitals. It won't have that benefit of that capitals at all. So this is also some of the parameters you need to understand and you need to keep in mind while forming the strategy. When you form a strategy have three things as I told you in the beginning part of the session. You cannot control all three Greeks. All three Greeks you cannot control. So if you happen to control also all three Greeks, if you are making it to 0, this is impossible, but if you delta 0, theta 0, Vega 0, this kind of strategy, if you through any complex combination, if you make it also, it requires a huge margin, result will be 0. Nothing can happen there. Now question comes how to simplify those ideas. How to simplify those ideas and take the true benefit of that. So when you neutralize the delta, so delta neutral doesn't mean that you should have only the calls and this thing. So if I truly need a market neutral strategy, so I can have a combination of a call. I can also have a combination of put. So here I can just go for a put of 11,900. So you can say first initially, just see this particular example. If I am just going for a call option 11,900, I am buying 2 lots, and I am one call option of 11,800. I am selling one lot. So by this process, if I am having a 7 days of objective, this is the profit and loss. However, once I go for the Greek part, it is 0.20. 0.20 applicable. Vega is slightly higher. Theta is within the applicable zone of 4%. So 4 rupees is applicable. Theta is slightly higher. So if I have just added market neutral component, say I am just adding the same component in the put side, like I am just adding the 11,800 put option. I'm just selling one lot, and I am buying the put options of 11,700. This is a market neutral. I am buying 2 lots, and same 7 days I calculate it. Profitability in both the sides it has. If there is a price movement, great way happens. What about the net Greeks? So once you go for the net Greeks, what happens here? Your delta become almost 0. It has come down to 0 level. However, your Vega decay is 14%, theta is 8 rupees. So this strategy is what will happen. Consolidation happens for 7 days. Great loss in terms of time value. If there is a IV decay happens, great loss in terms of the Vega values also it happens. So Vega and theta is quite unstable at this stage. So this kind of strategies also, but delta becomes 0. So both the sides it is showing the profit, but the component of theta and Vega is very high, above the applicable zone. So in that case, to avoid these put combinations, avoid this put combination is better than adding a put combination here. So similar kind of strategies you would have seen, those who are the buyer of this smart finance option strategy software, you would have seen that one only call combinations are being given in the Maruti, though it didn't work. So only call combination are being given in the Maruti. Similar one combination given in the ICICI Bank with the butterfly strategy. So here what happens, to control that particular or to make it as a market neutral, though we have added a put component, it makes the delta to zero. In fact, the great movement of the price is adding to the profit. However, the consolidation factor is adding to the losses. So you do not have a profit, sizable profit, even the price goes to 12,000. You do not have a sizable profit, in fact, loss, even the price comes down to 11,600. So there is a 200 250 points movement also doesn't add any profit to this strategy. So this kind of strategy must be avoided in this situation. But when you expect a great move post before result and other things, okay, you can take certain risks at that point in time. Particular softwares those who are using. So here target one. So currently you have a 815 on this. So it gives a trend confirmation. It says that uptrend confirmation happens above 11,891. Downtrend confirmations happened at 11,739. So you are entering now, you are entering the strategy now at current price. So if this confirmation point happens, what will be your liability or profit? So this is what it said. And once it gives a confirmation, then where it will find its first hurdle, second hurdle, third hurdle, those are the third targets. So you are entering the strategy when the Nifty future is at 11,815. So this combination will be at a loss even though if it goes for a buy entry targets, uptrend breakout given or downtrend breakout given. The reason, because it has a higher value of theta and vega. So that is adding to your losses. This is what I am just conveying in this analysis. By the software. But you may be wanting a target like I want the profit and liability at 11,950. So if I will give it here, he will give you at your level. So you want it, so I have given till 12,200. So if you want to see for the 12,500, what will be the profit and loss? So you can calculate here. So this is why. So you can do for option weekly, option intraday, option positional, option arbitrage. Suppose if you just in one click itself, you can come to know what is the arbitrage values are present. As per theta, vega and delta, what should be the value, what market is giving. If you just click here, you will come to know the arbitrage value. Actual value is this, fair value is this. It is 4 rupees less. So this is the arbitrage value. 950 is trading at, fair value is this, actual premium is this. So there is a 10 rupees excess value is here. So this arbitrage values also you can get it here. So software has many features. About the credit and debit strategies, I have mentioned two terms, plus or minus 5 for both. Plus or minus 5. When you form a net credit strategies, you will be having a negative theta. So net credit strategies, and it should not go beyond minus 5. I am telling, when it is a credit strategy, it should not go beyond minus 5 theta. So that is what I am conveying here. If it is a credit strategies, and your vega should not go beyond plus 5 here. So credit strategy. Same way for debit you derive. No restrictions from my side. I do not impose any restriction. I'm just saying that if you form this kind of strategies, which is having a minus 5 above, you can become a hero or zero. The strategy can give you a high profit or zero. It can give you a high loss. So that should not happen. That goes against the very principle of option strategy trading. When you have an option strategy trading, you should have a proper risk reward balance. You must have a minimum liability and maximum profitability. So if you make it unstable, what will happen? So you can think in real terms. Your car is being manufactured with 100 and 1500 cc engine. They are selling that 4-seaters or 5-seaters. 5 people can go. Where your two-wheeler also is there, 150 cc. It is 3 people are going. father, mother, and child. Child also become adult, goes then this 150cc. So if you think in these terms, your car is 1500cc, applicable for 4 people. Bike is 150cc, applicable for 3 people. So if you say in this proportion itself, mathematically, if you can say, so 30 people, why it will not go? What makes it? Engine can pull. Mathematically, if you say 150cc engine pulling 3 people, 1500cc people cc can pull 30 people, and car manufacturer could have given a bigger body to accommodate 30 people. So even though if that fellow has not put 30 people on seat, if I put a wagon behind my car and make it pull through a rope and accommodate 30 people, I can easily go. So that you can say that you can argue, you can prove also that. So you can prove that also, yes, I can able to accommodate 30 people in my things. So that proof you can do compulsively or impulsively. Same goes with the strategy. I have told a parameter plus or minus 5 theta. I have told a parameter plus or minus 5 vega. This is what I have told. I have told a parameter your delta should not cross the last boundary of 0.7. These are the things I have just make it to discipline it. So that the strategy what you form, it should give you profit and it should give you the benefits of the strategy wherever it is formed. It should give you a benefit that yes, my risk is managed, I can do it. Whether it is a credit or debit, I can have a plus or minus this thing. I am balanced. I am balanced so that even though if I fall down, I can able to wake up. That is what the theme of the strategy. But if you do not want to obey that theme, you obey. These sessions or learnings or trading is not different from your real life. When you treat trading different from your real life, you suffer, you make loss. When you link the trading with your real life, you win. So this is what the meaning of trading is. Lakshmi Narayananji, capital requirement also I have explained yesterday one strategy. But to work with the option strategies, you must have a fund of 2 to 3 lakhs. Without that, you can't able to form a strategy. All strategies should be positional. It is not intraday. It has to be kept for 3 to 5 days minimum. Then only it can mature. So these are the very basic things I have already told. Please go through those recordings. Today is the last session. Again, in your group also, I will put lot of option strategies to make you understand. Even though if you do not have the necessary capital, do the paper trade. And it is my appeal, go through the recordings time and again and again, come with your queries with an open thought. I want to understand this. With that thought you come out, I'll attend to that. I'll attend to that. It is a reciprocative process. I also learn something from you. Many times the participants teach me that yes, you should learn that. So that should be also, I am open to learning. You must be open to learning and must link your tradings to your real life. To your real life. So when you link many things to the real life, you develop a fantastic stories. You understand the concept in a better way. As I have given you a good story, spontaneously it has come. So car engine 1500cc, bike engine 150cc. Why can't a car can carry 130 people? So that is the logic you need to put it in your trade. The day you put this logic in your trade, the car example what I have given, bike example what I have given, the moment this example reflects in your trade, believe me, your trade will become profitable. You don't require any Ranjan to help you. You don't require any software to help you. So that things if you translate to your trading, that day your life changes and tremendous gain the trade can give you. Arbitrage trade, yesterday I told you, cost of carry in Indian market always maintain 1.2%. 1.2%, 1.5% per month. Yearly, how much it comes to? 12%. 12% is not a small money. What I have told you yesterday, arbitrage trade, go on doing 12% of gain. Nobody will snatch from you. How to do that? Buy future of Reliance. Sorry, buy Reliance stock. Reliance you buy stock, RIL. RIL you buy the stock. And I'll tell you how it will give you a great benefit. You buy the stock, 500 quantity you buy, 6.5 lakhs you spend, 6.5 lakhs. Place it, take the limit, sell a future on the beginning of the month. On the last day of the settlement, roll over these positions to next day. This is adding the profit. This is, if it is going up, it will be adding to the losses. You should have some money to pay back for the MTM because you have that value is there. So that arbitrage, if it maintains 10 rupees, you will be going on getting, first month you get 10 rupees, second month you get 10 rupees, 5. Third month it is declaring one 10 rupees dividend. Suppose you just say first month 10 rupees arbitrage gain you got 500. This is a stock you have taken. Another 500 you have taken, get the gain on the next month. 500 into 5,000. Third month it gives you a dividend of 10%, 10 rupees. Say quarterly result came, it has given a dividend. So future will went to the discount. Immediately future will go to the discount. So future you will be making, stock will be trading 10 plus and future will be trading 10 minus. Dividend is again tax free. Dividend is again tax free. Wait for that. So just let the dividend come. Just before dividend days, close the future. Close the future. The day dividend is record date is there. Close the future. Discount part you earn. Dividend also 10 rupees you earn. And next day of a post dividend record day, again future will go to the premium of 1 or 2 rupees. You again sell the future. So 3 months, one chance will come to give you 2 months return at a time. Stocks are there. Small money, definite money, earn it. Even the stock fall by 10%, do not have to worry. Even the stock rally by 10%, just feed it with the MTM. Hold it because you are gaining somewhere. You are just adding to that gain to for your business. So this 1 to 1.5% of gain per month is not a small money. Many mutual funds run in that. You'll surprise that in Indian market 35,000 lakhs crores is there in the arbitrage fund. You check it in the AMFI website. This is the arbitrage fund which they do this trade alone. So that also they give say small return but definite return. Covered call is a different part.